So last week there was some huge announcements in the world of cameras. That's what I want to talk about in today's episode of When Will I Learn? We got two incredible new drones from DJI, and we got two really interesting, potentially groundbreaking cameras from Nikon. Nikon haven't just released two new cameras, they've released a whole new camera system, and DJI, well, they've taken what was successful about the Mavic Pro and they've addressed people's issues with it. They've changed a lot and they made it interesting. Last week I watched creators like Kai W, Mango Street, Casey Neistat all put out videos showcasing the new DJI drones. And these are the creators who routinely tell us that gear is not what matters, it's story. But unfortunately I think that message gets lost. It gets lost in the gear that they use and that they tell you about. And that's not their fault necessarily. One of the difficulties that I have as a small content creator, but also someone who uses YouTube as a primary source of entertainment, is that these unboxings, these reviews, even them just telling you what they're using, that doesn't happen on TV. Not in the same way anyway. You can find behind the scenes stuff, but this is the people who are entertaining you, telling you what you need to create stuff that looks like them. And they can tell you to use story over gear all they want. But there's not many creators who stick to that ethos themselves. Off the top of my head, there's only one content creator that I can think of that actually does this, and that's Simon from DSLR Guide. And he's been shooting on the same camera for years and years, since he was basically a child. And here's the thing, you've got people who got to where they are because they understand that story and personality is key. People like Peter McKinnon, yes, he makes beautiful videos, but he understands story and personality. And recently I made friends with a YouTuber who goes by the name Bait with Jack. He delivers amazing content that's just produced on his phone, but it's information and story that drives it and personality that makes it happen. Whereas on the flip side, you have a million Peter McKinnon clones crafting beautiful imagery, but with no story to go with it. And they end up delivering bland, trite, rehashed content that doesn't really go anywhere. And I just think it's too easy to get caught up in what you could have instead of what you can do. So if you've seen my last video on picks for minimalism, then you'll know that I'm trying to be more mindful about my consumption of things. And that's why this week I've given myself the task of creating one message-driven piece of content every day using just this camera and lens, a little microphone, and iMovie, just to strip it back to basics, something that anyone pretty much can do.